Hey, welcome on the today live crypto news show. Hope you are doing well and having a fantastic day. The crypto market, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum, is dumping today, but we got lots of news in the past week that a supply shock in Bitcoin and Ethereum is expected. I just make a sound check. Okay, so the sound's working well. Let's share my screen and jump in and check our news. Okay. So, as you see, most of the altcoins are in red, especially Titan that made a huge run last week. But you see a few coins like Kusama, HBAR, STX, XAM, Maker, Chiliz, Flow, Axie Infinity still in green. So it's a mixed picture, but most of the coins are in red and dumping. Bitcoin is minus 3.6, Ethereum almost the same, and few coins are dumping much more, but few, as I just showed you, are in positive territory like Maker. And almost DeFi coins are pumping occasionally and then just changing each other. And also I see Binance coin is in plus. Let's check our favorite indicator, the crypto fear and the greed index at 20, and 20 is extreme fear, and yesterday it was 25, but almost the day before it was 20. So you see that it's really flattering, just flattering here out, and it's not moving anywhere. So it's really extreme fear. The last 60 days, Bitcoin spent in extreme fear. And all you know that extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. But guys, you know that whatever I'm talking here is just for education. So it's not a investments or financial advice, just purely education and for entertainment purposes only. Our first news, Bitcoin supply shock according to Skybridge Capital Troy Gayeski. Okay, Gayeski tells Bloomberg in a new interview, quote, when we look right now at the on-chain data, what's basically telling you it's a lot of strongholders are reasserting themselves and accumulating from those that got into the market late last year. And that it is setting itself up for some type of supply shock, very similar to what we had last October, November. So it's going to be a volatile asset, but it continues to be very non-correlated. And we think the risk reward is now skewed again the upside. Okay, guys, so don't be the average Joe who is selling his Bitcoin. So for you, as basically what we did is we trimmed the position in order to keep it from going further, and our portfolios at the end of March, we had more outflows than inflows. And since then, we have rotated a small amount of the capital into Ethereum. We view the market pretty straightforward, as Bitcoin will be the market leader in terms of store of value, and Ethereum, at least so far, is the market leader in terms of transaction use. So we have a little diversification there. All in all, we have a 9% position size. But how much do you manage? Okay, but nice summary. So the main takeaway that supply shock will come as big players are buying up from the weekends, and then just it will be sold. That was the news yesterday. I just want to bring back, just mentioning this because it's quite important, from Willy Woo. On-chain data suggests Bitcoin will rise to $57,000 after a weird pullback, as analyst Willie Wu said. And I think the next major event is when the fundamentals squeeze price action and we break out of this, what I would call, reaccumulation band right in the middle of a bull market. So he's also mentioning that we are in a reaccumulation and we are in the middle of the bull market, and he expects $250,000 to $550,000 range. Okay. So the next piece of news, new data hints why Bitcoin price action has spent 2 months at 30,000. Why $30,000 is so important for BTC USD within an ongoing price super cycle. Okay, so there is a tweet series, all roads lead to 30,000. Adoption narratives re-establish a bullish trend, and this is from Nunez business. And let's see, approximately the 1.6 Fibonacci extension, which in the 2 prior cycle was tested as support, but was never closed below on the monthly chart. Complying comments, I don't know. So this is this Fibonacci that it's really holding at 32,000 or sorry 30,100, and this is this extension that Bitcoin never closed below these levels. Research defends Bitcoin supercycle. Bitcoin not to break below 30,000 and fail to reclaim it compounds existing anxiety about a full-on BTC price breakdown. Regardless on your risk appetite, strategizing now is key so as not to miss the next wave in the current Bitcoin supercycle. Okay, so we expect supercycle as Dan Heather. Nice. The next piece of news. Buying spree, the top 10 Ethereum wallets now own 20.5% of ETH supply. So 10 Ethereum wallets own almost more than 20% of Ethereum supply. By increasing their holdings by more than 2% in 40 days, the top 10 Ethereum wallets now own about 20.5% of all the assets overall supply. And I think 25% is locked in the Ethereum 2.0 staking contract and in DeFi. Okay, so this is huge. Some big whales are accumulating heavily. Okay. So when Ethereum spiked at 4,400 at the time, those addresses had sold off some portions, and they were responsible for 18% of all ETH in circulation. And now they increased their portion with 2%, accumulated 2% more of ETH total supply in the last 41 days. Okay, so here is the chart. Let's check this. This is the green is the Ethereum price, and this is the purple is the supply by top addresses. And we see as the price peaked that they might sold here some, or they started to sell here, and now they are accumulating heavily in the past 41 days. At the ETH sitting on exchanges decreases. This chart shows us Ethereum price, and this is the net flow of Ethereum on exchanges. So you see that flowing out almost in the last few days, more than 200,000 each day, almost each day. At the same time, the number of ETH tokens logged in the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract continues to rise. So this is what I told you. almost 25% of the total supply logged in the Ethereum 2.0. So almost more than 6 million Ethereum locked down in the ETH 2.0. So the supply shock will come not just for Bitcoin, but also for Ethereum. That's for sure, according to my opinion. But my opinion is not a financial advice, just my opinion. Ethereum whales go on buying spree. Top 10 addresses now own 20% of ETH. So this is almost the same. Ethereum whales now slowing down, as the price just trembling here and now coming back. ETH exchange reserves plummet amidst accumulation. So accumulation going on heavily, just as we discussed in the previous article. Ethereum network on pace to settle 8 trillion in 2021. So this is not the market cap, this is the transaction value that the Ethereum network is settling. Ethereum price may still be tanking, but its properties as financial settlement layer have never been stronger. Ethereum network has settled 2.5 trillion between April and June this year. Okay, more than 65% quarter on quarter and almost 1,500% year on year. Insane growth. Ethereum network could settle $8 trillion by the end of this year, according to Massery. Let's check this. So this is the Ethereum, stablecoins on Ethereum, but we are counting it together. And you see that, let's say, the same was, the growth in 1 year was 1,500%. Insane. And quarter to quarter, 65% growth. Okay, stablecoin activity surging. ERC20 based on Ethereum. You know that USDC became so popular, BUSD, DAI, USDT, so almost all stablecoins are using Ethereum's network. ETH price are still below the psychological 2K US dollar level, trading at it's now around 1,900 at the time of the press. Okay, so, and it's currently down almost 55% from its mid-May all-time high. Guys, the network which is settling this amount of transactions will definitely skyrocket. So now Ethereum is so cheap, so undervalued, according to my opinion. Top crypto analyst predicts 80% Ethereum surge, says bull market definitely not over. Okay, credible crypto does that Ethereum will surge above 3,400 US dollar. Invalidation on a touch of 1,720. So that was the previous lows. And when Ethereum would go below this price, then it would invalidate this 3,400 price prediction. And this means that 80% from here. ETH and alts make a lower low down after the relief, while BTC puts in a higher low, effectively increasing dominance for the final push up before the reversal. Okay, the next piece of news. Bybit, our favorite derivative exchange, Bybit. Bybit, a crypto derivatives exchange, launches crypto spot trade. So guys, you will able to not just trade leverage on Bybit, but also you will able to trade spot. That's huge because lots of newbies are losing their deposits because they are starting to trade with leverage because because some YouTubers promoted this and then they were newbies were not educated enough and then they lost. So now all these newbies has the chance to trade spot and became professional and then go to trade leverage. Crypto derivatives exchange Bybit today announced a new spot trading feature. This means traders can buy and sell assets such as Bitcoin immediately, and actually Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and EOS. Okay, the exchange is also a primary investor in Peter Thiel's BitDAO, decentralized autonomous organization DAO that funds decentralized finance DeFi projects. Oh, okay, so we should definitely check this out. Cool. The next piece of news, that will be huge, guys. 2.2 trillion US dollar asset manager buys stake in MicroStrategy, gains indirect exposure to Bitcoin. So a 2.2 trillion asset manager buys stake in MicroStrategy. Capital Group has bought 12% stake in business intelligence software and related service provider MicroStrategy, according to the US SEC, and now they own almost $500 million worth of shares and Bitcoins with this. Capital Group, 2.2 trillion assets under management, the second biggest investors in MicroStrategy after American multinational corporation BlackRock. Guys, there was a nice story today on Twitter, just hovering around, that BlackRock said that nobody interested in crypto now. Nobody interested in crypto. And you see that they are the biggest investors in MicroStrategy. What a coincidence. Okay, BlackRock holds a 15% stake according to data. MicroStrategy holds over 3 billion worth of Bitcoin in less than 1 year. More institutions are gaining direct, indirect exposure to cryptocurrencies. Tesla bought Bitcoin, and there was a Israeli investment fund that purchased Bitcoin for 2.3 billion US dollar last week. So yeah, so they are coming, they are accumulating. Don't be fooled. Don't sell your Bitcoins and crypto. Former Secretary of the Treasury Steven Mnuchin says he doesn't fund Bitcoin in his portfolio. Yeah, so that was the news. I don't know why that's so important. Okay. He said that he's not planning to add the world's leading cryptocurrency Bitcoin to his investment portfolio. If people, quote, if people want to buy Bitcoin as a substitute, no different than buying gold or some other assets, it's fine. I don't personally want to have in my portfolio, but if people want to, that's perfect, fine. Okay, you know that Secretary of Treasury of United States will never say that let's go and buy Bitcoin. So I don't think that will happen. Also, Janet Yellen will not tell you that go and buy Bitcoin. Okay, so that's the news, but I think it's good at least that he's talking about this and he's mentioning that it's like gold. So he's not saying that it's like a pyramid scheme or some penny shares or whatever shit, but he's saying that yeah, so it's like gold. No different than buying gold. Okay, cool. So Bitcoin is like gold, a digital gold. Yeah, the next piece of news. Exchange providers halt BSV services as mining pool captures 78% of BSV network hash rate. Okay, guys, so I never touched and I never talked about this Bitcoin SV. I don't believe in any Bitcoin copycats, and it's a little bit insane that BSV can be attacked because one miners just capturing 78% of the total supply. Okay, so lots of other exchanges just suspended BSV trading, and also there is a news, but I don't want to go deep. Just to remember that never buy other coins that use in their name. So Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Black, Bitcoin whatever, just buy Bitcoin, because the original, the one and only, the first is Bitcoin, and no Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Black, Bitcoin SV, and whatever. Okay, so Bitcoin SV, 96% of Bitcoin SV transactions came from a weather app report. Okay, so it's cool. A weather app transacting, just transacting. So it's a little bit this weather SV. You see that most of the transactions came from weather SV. It's a little bit insane. So they produce lots of transactions to be attractive, but it was a weather app sending back and forth within few addresses. Another big news, athletes getting in crypto, and that's big news because athletes have huge respect in the US. NFL's Saquon Barkley converting endorsement to BTC to create generational wealth. Cool. Saquon Barkley will use Strike to convert all of his endorsement into Bitcoin, and noted that he became interested in BTC after researching inflation. Okay, so yesterday, definitely check out the yesterday crypto news. We are talking about the inflation, and in the US, the inflation reached 5.4% in June. So that's the highest level in the last 13 years. So everybody should prepare for inflation and hedging themselves. We are seeing inflation, and we are learning you can't save wealth. That's why I'm going to be taking my marketing money in Bitcoin. Okay, cool. Barkley was joined on the show by Jack Mallers, the CEO of Strike and payments company. You see kiddies, the LeBrons and Brady's of the world, and you want to create generational wealth. You can't do that with the sport that I play and the position that I play and coming off of injuries. When you sit out of football for a whole year, you realize that this game could be taken away from you. So his annually endorsement is more than 10 million US dollar annually. So it's not a small amount, that's for sure. But if he will put all in this in Bitcoin, then hopefully they will create generational wealth and not losing the value of it. Okay, guys, so let's check what we see on the market. I think the market is somehow bearish today, and tomorrow Friday and weekend comes. Oh my gosh, what will happen in the weekend? So you see Bitcoin broke down from this symmetrical triangle and also retested the triangle and now down. So that is why lots of people bearish out there, because the price target of this breakdown would be at 26,000 US dollar. But also we do have another falling, decreasing channel, and this channel is actually a bullish pattern, and now we are at the bottom line of this channel. So if this will break down, then definitely we have more sign to go down from here. We'll see, but also Bitcoin can turn here back, coming back in the channel. Oh, not that like. Okay. Yeah. So can come back in this channel. We'll see. I think the weekend will be boring or very volatile with huge dump, because I think whereas, and this is the accumulation, and you see the volume is decreasing, but we have some volume when the price is dumping. That means whales coming in and buying the cheap bitcoins because they want to get more and more before it will pass 100,000 in this year. Okay, let's check Ethereum. Ethereum just performed really bad in the past few days, broke down from this rising channel, and now it seems to be retested the 1,862 times. We'll see if there will be a kind of small double bottom on the 4-hourly. If yes, then we should see the 2,000-ish levels. That will be also the neckline of the W pattern. And also here's the Fibonacci at 1,963. So guys, that's it for today. Just check the Bitcoin dominance. It's falling a little bit. That is why a few altcoins pumped well. Yeah, so I think it's maybe losing momentum. We'll see. That would be nice. Just come down to these levels, 45, and see how it will continue from here. Most of the altcoins are in red, as you see, and also as we check, but few Chili's, BNB, Kusama, so few pumping well. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Please smash the like, subscribe, push the notification bell, and all. And also write something, please, in the comment. I want to know how do you like it? What kind of news do you prefer? Do you prefer more technical analysis? Do you prefer more news? Do you prefer some specified topics? And at CorionX, our aim to bring you the major crypto news every day to keep you updated and prepared and not get dragged and not selling your coins to whales, but become aware and create a generational wealth as this athlete is on it. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, listening, and see you tomorrow.